Here back for another episode of King of the Course, episode 5, May 2nd. So just getting May started. The summer's coming, golf season's coming. So pretty excited for that. We're getting ready. And today I won't have any partners with me. Adam's not here today, so we won't have him. It's his birthday, so give him a shout out for his birthday. Hit him up and let him know what's going on. I want to give a shout out to Reagan's Corner for a lot of the merch and everything. Go check out their channel. They got a lot of cool podcasts coming out and broadcasts for a couple baseball games coming up soon. Lacrosse games they're broadcasting, so that's pretty cool. And go check that out. Go check out their merch. They got some sweet shirts. My merch just dropped for King of the Course, so you can go buy shirts. They got hoodies, they got shoodies, they got everything. So if you want something, go get it from there, and that's the best place to get it. Reagan's Corner. If you need anything, hit them up. If you want to get any sports news or anything like that in the local area, that's a great place. Today, I'm going to kind of cover what it's like for me to be a college athlete. As you guys know, I'm a college golfer at Barton College, and I'm just going to kind of go over like day in the life and what the practice looks like and how our season's going. So we're located in Raleigh, North Carolina, and not a big school, but Division II, and we're actually leaving tomorrow for our regional championship for golf. First time in 10 years that our school's made it to that, so pretty big deal. So so hopefully we'll be able to do good in that. Guys, wish us luck. Get some luck going for us as we want to play good down there. Going to Valdosta, Georgia, about a 7-hour drive tomorrow. So getting ready for that. But yeah, I just kind of want to cover everything that's going on. So basically for golf, you have about 14 guys on our team. We take 5 guys to each tournament. The top 4 scores count for each round. So going to each tournament is not automatic when you're on the team. It's pretty hard. We have a lot of guys that'll be on the team for 4 years and never go to a tournament. Not something you can just kind of walk onto the team and easily do it like other sports where you can fake your way around. You actually have to play your best. And what our team does at least is we do qualifying. So we'll play 4 or 5 rounds, and you have to play for your spot in qualifying. You have to win your spot against other players and do your best against them. So if you come in the top 5 in qualifying, then you will get to go to the tournament. If you don't, you got to wait till next week, and tough luck. So basically, for me, I mean, being a college athlete, it's all about time management. You have to really worry about when you're waking up, when you're going to sleep, what you're eating, when you're doing your schoolwork, when you're socializing with friends. It's really hard, especially when you're in the middle of the season because you want to be playing your best. But I mean, it can get tiring. You can get burnt out pretty easily. So there's a lot of things that you have to watch out for, and it's definitely not easy. There's a lot of things that can come in your way. I mean, you can have stress that can affect your playing ability. You have injuries that can affect your emotions and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things you have to watch out for as a college athlete, and just class in general can be hard, and that can stress you out, and that can affect your playing. So overall, I mean, it's a very sensitive subject, the way that athletes can act around each other and on the field and on the course or the court or wherever they're playing. So for me, a typical off week will consist of me. I usually wake up Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I don't have class, so I'll wake up around 7 ish, try and get to the course by 8, try and get 7 to 8 hours of work in Monday, Wednesday, Friday, short irons. So those are pitch and wedge, 9 iron, 8 iron. Those are the clubs I work on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And that's I'm just trying to work on my scoring irons. And I'll spend about 2 hours on the range total. Half an hour of that is working on drivers. So get the course around 8. I'll work out at night, work out around 7. Try and get back to the house at like 6 ish. Get a healthy meal. Try and eat some rice and chicken, stuff like that. So when I get to the course, first I'll start out with some putting. Do about 30 minutes of putting, 30 minutes of chipping, just kind of get warmed up. Go to the range for about an hour, come back, 30 more minutes of putting, 30 more minutes of chipping. Then I'll go play 9 holes. After that, usually around lunchtime, make sure I get some lunch, fuel up, take a little rest. If The big thing about golf and being out in the sun is if you don't rest enough, your practice will you won't be putting in 100%, and you're going to need the rest to be able to practice with the purpose. So that's one thing that you really have to get get to know is practicing with a purpose. You can be out there for 10 hours and the other guy only for 5 hours, but if you're just slapping balls around for 10 hours, it's not going to mean anything. So, practicing with a purpose is a big deal if you want to get better. That's one of the biggest things that I would say that you have to do. So after lunchtime, come back after 9 holes. I'll usually go back to the range for about an hour. This is when I work on scoring clubs and stuff like that. Then I'll go work on some more putting. You can never work on enough putting. That's the biggest key. A lot of lag putting this time of year because I'm trying to work on my speed a lot right now. So just a lot of working on that. If I got more time, play some games with my buddies or go out on the course and play nine with them. This is just kind of got about an hour and a half to 2 hours of free time, do whatever I want at the course. But as long as I get my work in for the day and making sure that I get all my ticks checked off on my checklist, and we're good to go. So making sure that's all good to go. And then next thing we'll do is, so like I said, we'll go home, go to the gym. I have a set workout I do each day for the gym, a lot of mobility stuff, a lot of hip flexibility, trying to work on some more leg exercises so I can jump a little higher, hit the ball farther. Then twice a week, usually Tuesday, Thursdays, this is when I will wake up about 6:20 in the morning, workout 7 o'clock to 8:15 ish. 20 minutes of cardio before that, running. Sometimes I'll do swimming, just depends. Weightlifting in the morning for those days. Usually it's as a team we do that. Tuesdays and Thursdays we have team workouts. After that, I have class till 12:30. Get to the course around 1, and this is a little bit more abbreviated schedule, but Tuesdays is wedge days, and Thursdays I work on long irons, which is 6, 7, 6, 5, and 4 irons. So working on those. So Tuesdays go on the course. When I get there, play 9 holes, work on my wedges. I usually have about 5 hours of daylight around this time to work on that. Sometimes 6 if I really push it. Just depends on how much homework I have to do that night. So that just is kind of hit or miss based on what I have to do that night. So get there, work on wedges on the course, come back, chip and putt for about 30 minutes each, go to the range, work on driver for 30 minutes, then irons for about 30 minutes, come back, chip and putt each for 30 more minutes. And by that time, it's usually starting to get dark-ish, so I'll just kinda polish up on anything that I was struggling with throughout the day, and if I feel like I need to work on bunker shots or some more wedges, then I will, but anything in particular, that's kinda when I finish it. Thursdays is the same thing, just switching out wedges with long irons. So, both of these things I have to work on continuously just because I feel like it's something that isn't a huge part of the game, but it's something that needs to be worked on. So, wedges and long irons are something that I focus on, but not as much as scoring irons. Scoring irons are more for um, getting your correct club distances, and that's where a bunch of birdies are made. If you look at the PGA Tour, bunch of birdies are made with scoring irons, and that's where PGA Tour players make most of their money, scoring irons and putting. So that's a typical week for me. Saturdays and Sundays are kind of whatever I feel like doing. I'll definitely get to the golf course, but it's not as structured. So getting out there and hitting a couple balls, usually playing 18 holes on Saturdays with my buddies. Sometimes we go in the morning and play in the members groups. So it just depends. So that's an off week. Week we have tournaments like this week, we'll usually leave Saturdays, travel is Saturday and Sundays, and then Sundays, we usually have a practice round in the afternoon, and then we'll play Mondays and Tuesdays in our tournaments. So starting out, let's say we start out on a Thursday getting ready for the tournament. I'll dial in my scoring irons and wedges same day, so it's a little bit more abbreviated. And then Fridays, I'll take it easy, probably about 5 hours just to make sure I'm rested up for Saturday. We have a lot of travel, and you definitely don't wanna push it being out in the heat and stuff before a tournament, so work on driver a lot because driver's a big key, driver and putter on Fridays. And then Saturdays, usually leaving around 10 o'clock, driving to wherever we're going. Say this week, we're driving to Georgia, so that's about an 8-hour drive. and we'll drive out there, and then all the way down. We usually stop about halfway, get about a 2 hour practice session in, get down there to the course around, or get down to Georgia about 10 at night, get some sleep in. Next morning, Saturday morning, Sunday morning, we'll have a practice round. Then Monday and Tuesday, we get to work and try and win this thing. So that's just like the basic weeks on and off weeks for me. A lot of practice goes into this. I mean, especially with golf, it's not something you can fake. It's something that you really have to put your way into. You can't just stand in the outfield and act like you know what you're doing. You really have to do it yourself. It's a single person sport, so not a really a team sport. You really have to know what you're doing in this, but it's kind of hard when you're struggling in the sport. I mean, you can definitely get down on yourself, and it's definitely a sport where emotions play a lot into it. If you have one good hole, you think you're on top of the world, and one bad hole, you feel awful about yourself. So most important thing is just staying positive, and that's what I kind of want to leave you guys with. So last thing, go check out Reagan's Corner. I want you to subscribe below, hit the link, give us a like, comment, whatever you can, DM us, let us know what you want us to improve on, what we can do better. We always take feedback on these things, and just give us some feedback on it. What you think we want to see next. I mean, we want your guys' opinion on what you want. You guys are why we're doing this. So thanks for listening.